Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tech Down Over, where a bunch of geeks love to talk about fun stuff. And today, I'm joined by our co-geek, our co-host, Jeff Blanchard. Hey, Jeff, how are you?
Good, thanks, Rick. And yourself?
I am doing great. And this is the time of year we get real geeky because we talk about all the toys we want, the electronic toys and the video and the audio, every kind of toy you can think of. And I think we already spent all our toy money. I don't know about you, but...
Well, if anybody knew what I went through just to do this show.
You spent a lot of money and time, yeah.
I've got my camera on my slider. See, there I go, left to right here. Up there, up and down. I've got me.
He can actually move around. He's got an elevated chair, I think.
So I'm going down there. Up, so how much more geekier than that?
That's pretty geeky.
You control your camera while you're streaming,
which is actually sort of fun.
Camera lights to the left and the right and the front. And we're not geeky.
And with us today, we've got somebody who's actually very geeky herself. So we've got with us Gina Schreck. Now, Gina Schreck and I have done a show. We did 100 episodes of Schreck Tech, which was a lot of fun. And Jeff is a good friend of all of us, and we all know each other from the e-learning world and other worlds. And here she is, Gina Schreck. Hey, Gina, how are you?
Great. Good to be here, getting geeky over the holidays and talking gadgets and shiny objects with you. And I'm curious about Jeff's chair now because, look, mine goes up and down too, but I have to push a button. Like, how does his do this thing?
The fun thing is, and by the way, Gina is with www.socialconnects.com, and they do all sorts of great social media management for people and stuff like that. So give her site a look-see and sign up with her. If you need any kind of social media management, she's good.
Our team is the one to help you. But I love all the gadgets. And when you said you were going to have a show, just talking about last minute gadgets for geeks, well, my hand went right up.
Yeah, and it's also the typical last-minute gadget show for guys who never get around to shopping. So you're actually lecturing us on how to shop ahead of time right now because women tend to have every girl I know has their shopping done in October. I'm going, what?
No, not me.
Not you. Okay.
Fact, I was online ordering stuff today, and a couple of the items we're going to talk about today, I ordered today.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not prepared. It's been too busy to be that organized. But
it's hard. Yeah, I know how I feel. I just got back from a 7-day trip, so it was tiring.
Yeah.
So anyway, well, you know what? We're going to run our quick intro, and then we're going to get going, because otherwise we won't run any intro at all. Here we go. And we're back. Gina, you're going to talk about some pretty cool stuff and stuff that kind of everybody needs or wants.
Well, and when I think about technology and great gift ideas, I think of like the big trends, photos, videos, and everything to do with our phones and music. And so to me, there's so many great gifts and things that you can get still right now. You can even run down to like stores right in your neighborhood and pick up some of these things. So do you want me to just jump in and start sharing some of them?
Sure, that sounds great.
One of them, and I have to share it because I've had one of these LG headsets for a long time. I had one that was one of the original LG Bluetooth headsets. I'm surprised it hasn't grown into my neck because I wear it all the time. And I just got this one. It's a new one, the LG, and I believe this is the 900. And it has great speakers on it, but what some of the new features are, it has these little retractable earbuds. So when I have it around my neck and I can listen to, I can take calls, I can listen to music. Usually I'm listening to podcasts. And then when I'm done, in the old set, and I say old, they still sell them. So the ones that have the little buds that hang and they tended to get tangled a little bit, those are $69. This one's a little pricier, $150, but great, amazing sound quality, Bluetooth headset, and it has retractable little earbuds
That's
that go
actually
in
pretty
here. And then when
cool.
you answer, you just pull them out. When you're done, you just retract them.
Interesting.
Love this headset. And this, again, 150. You can get this at the Verizon store or any of the electronic store. It's made by LG. It pairs with any of your devices. I love this one.
And when you're not using it, can you pull them out and just use them as a bolo to hit somebody with? Or
Yeah. See, again, I can take care of myself in Chicago because I can just, or Jeff would know, I can also use it as a boomerang. I can,
That's right.
and ninja stars. So I can send that flying. But I love that. I think it's a great gift, a nice gift, especially for someone who likes to work out. I run with this. I work out with this. I just think it's a great tool for everyday use. One of the things I ordered today that I was really excited about is the selfie sticks.
Yeah.
And we've seen them where you put your cell phone on these little, and really it's kind of like this little tripod, this piece. So it has a little bungee top, and it does fit an iPhone 6. Make sure when you order any of these, whether it's a tripod or whether it's the selfie stick has the same little grip, and then you put your phone in, and then you can hold it up. So my biggest complaint about doing selfies with a group is I'm always the closest one since I'm holding the camera, and my head looks 5 times as big as anyone else's. So I love this concept of having the selfie stick when you're doing group shots. And I just ordered one today on Amazon, and it has on the handle a Bluetooth remote.
Oh, interesting. On the handle itself, huh?
Yeah.
So what is that?
What is that? Holding it pretty far away from the group, and then everybody's smiling, and you push the button on the handle, and it snaps the photo. So, and I don't know, did you grab a screenshot of the link I sent, or?
I did not. I wasn't able to.
It is, the brand was
Capigo or something like that. Capica.
Okay, see, I gotta pull it up because it was actually great. I researched all of them, read all the reviews. This one looked really good because it had, number one, it had the Bluetooth remote. Some of them came with a separate remote, which I knew I would lose, and some of them don't have a remote at all.
Right.
So then you would have to make sure you set a timer, which my phone, we have a Samsung Galaxy S5.
Mm-hmm.
Go into your camera settings and set the timer for 5 seconds, and then you can hold it up. It's going to give you 5-second count, and then snap a picture. Most people don't know that it does that.
Now, by the way, it's very interesting because all of us at one point were iPhone people. And
I've never had an iPhone.
Oh, you never had an iPhone?
No, remember, I've been the anti-iPhone person forever.
It was Kirk that had the iPhone.
Yeah, Kirk, and he has the new giant
the
6 Plus.
The 6 Plus. Now
he has the really big one.
Now Jeff and I went off and got the other one, which is the Samsung Note 4.
Yeah,
and it's amazing. It's
big.
equivalent to the 5 in terms of speed, but it's a little bigger. I think it might be a little faster. I'm not sure. It's got like a double quad core, so these things are amazing.
Yeah, and for these bigger phablets, you want to make sure if you're looking for something like this, these bungee holders, that it fits. See, this is an old one, and it does not fit around my S5.
Really? Then the S5 is pretty big too, actually.
It's pretty big. And this I got a while back.
Isn't the S5 like about a 5-inch screen? Or more?
Yeah, it's terrible. I don't know.
It's big. I know. Ours are 5.7.
It no longer fits in this. So when you look at things like this, and by the way, the selfie stick is by Kootek. Kootek.
Yeah.
On Amazon, Kootek has several different varieties. I liked the one that had the Bluetooth button in the handle, and it was $22.
That's nothing, really.
Yeah. So I was excited to get that. To buy that gadget for myself today.
now, Gina, with the selfie stick, and now I know you're moving to Chicago. I think one of the biggest ways to get beaten up was to use wear Google Glass, and I think the second one was to use a selfie stick.
Yeah. And you know what? I've got both of them. So I can put my Google Glass on, looking like a dork, walk down the street and take selfies with everybody.
Yeah.
So
and I'm sure to get accosted within the first couple weeks.
So really, they were going after Google Glass people?
Oh, that was kind of where they first came out. Everyone was kind of saying, you want to look like a dork, or they want to steal them.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I think with Google glasses, some people look dorky, and some people look really cool. So there's just some people you just say you just shouldn't wear it, but others.
Well,
really
and I got
nice.
lenses put in mine. I got reading glass lens put in my Google Glass so that I can actually read and do other things. And
so
wear
you
them all
actually,
the time.
so you actually have it. What do you think of it?
As long as Kirk's not watching this, because he bought them for me.
Oh, okay. Shh.
I would never.
Hey, Kirk, go get the door.
In those.
You wouldn't?
No.
No. So you didn't like them that much.
No, and I feel bad. I guess I need to sell them on eBay. My thing is, the reason I have a giant screen is because I need to read big.
Same here.
Read big
Same
things.
here. So
this was just too looking up and reading stuff. Even the new Apple Watch coming out and all these smartwatches.
They're teeny.
I'm not a fan of those because why would I want to look at things on a tiny screen?
So what you have there are toys that are basically generationally adaptable because really after 40, none of us can really read the small print anymore from a distance. We have to kind of get close or get further.
I need the AARP 3-button phones that you just push.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Exactly. That's what I need. I need as big as possible. And I even make my font on my phone big.
So do I.
So when other people see my phone, they're like, holy smokes,
I've got mine at either extra large or humongous. I don't know, one of the two.
And that's why one of the reasons I probably switched from my Apple phone to the Samsung Note 4, because they're the only ones that you can have big fonts on. Really,
I know, and it looks
so you can
great.
see it without your glasses on.
Yeah, and you tap it a couple of times and it makes it even bigger.
Exactly. So to me, I think the selfie sticks are real popular. I like those. I think headsets are really popular. When you're thinking of people bringing now, their phones are now their stereos, and they're bringing them everywhere with them.
I know.
So how can you allow people to enjoy the music? I also love all the Bluetooth little speakers that are out.
There's some really nice ones, some expensive ones. You know which one got the best reviews?
$70 to $100 you can get like the Jam Box. I love the Jam Box.
You know which one got
like
really
Lego piece.
You know which one got really good reviews, and it cost about $199, but it got better reviews than the Bose at about $250, and that's the Logitech. What are they called? They're round. It's a cylinder. It looks like a little cylinder. It's about maybe 8 inches tall. And probably about maybe 2 inches, or maybe 3 inches wide. They weigh about a pound, but they're on the large side. So you'd have to put them in some sort of bag to really carry them around. Right. But the sound is amazing on them. And if you have two of them, it'll create a whole stereo quadraphonic environment. They're really cool.
Well, okay. Speaking of speakers and carrying them around, if you have a lady geek on your list who wants to carry around her speakers, but doesn't want to look like you're carrying around a speaker, there is an awesome website called AR for Her, and it's actually, if you just go to shopforher.com, shopforher.com, the AR for Her area, there is a speaker, and it's so cute. It looks like a little purse. It's the shape of a little handbag, but it is a speaker. It's a Bluetooth speaker. But what's cool is, let's say you're decided to work at the beach, which I wish I could do, but I'll be moving to Chicago, so I won't be. But you can set your little purse, and it can also be, you could listen to conference calls, you can use it, so you can connect it with your phone and for music and calls. I thought they were really cute. I need a giant purse.
That's pretty amazing.
It never work, but
and Leslie wants a Hello Kitty purse, so I don't know what to do with her. But hey, by the way, I just wanted to let you know that all the times you've gone through TSA and they basically go all through your hair.
Right.
It finally happened to Leslie. They went all over her hair.
They actually gave her the head massage.
She got the head massage. And she goes, because her hair's long right now, and they go, all over. And I go, see, you're hiding weapons in there, aren't you?
Yeah. Whenever they do that, I'm like, do it again. It felt good. They massage your scalp, and they're looking for weapons and sharp objects, but it feels good.
So, yeah, I finally seen somebody else get that one.
Yeah, guys don't get that.
No. I guess if you have really long hair, you do.
Yeah. Yeah. Or if you have your hair up and it just looks poofy and they think you can hide things in there, there's small animals in there.
Right.
They're going to go through it. I love speakers. I love headsets. I love gadgets with my phone. What are some that you guys are like hoping to get or getting for other people?
Well, for me, I think I've got pretty much. I've decided now I've got to stop getting things, or else there's nothing left. Because
Right.
I'll just get an extra light for the show. Oh, then I'll get. Oh, there's another LED light that's really nice.
You now have three, don't you? You have three.
And then that's it. But I think I might need a new computer because this one's a bit noisy. So I think I've just got to stop for a while. So
you need to. Okay, now do you guys know that all the retro technology is coming back, like Polaroid cameras and turntables?
Yeah, I heard about turntables. Now, turntables I don't get because they don't make vinyl really anymore.
They do make vinyl.
Are they making them again, or?
Okay, so this was on my daughter, the Shreklets list of things that she wanted, is a little turntable for their dorm.
Oh,
and that's what I said. I go, where do you get records?
And why do you want a turntable? The needles break, they scratch. It's just not worth it.
Hey,
it was good for its time. And then you need a preamplifier for it because turntables...
Well, no, see, now we just ordered one, and we ordered it on Amazon, and then now we see them in all the stores. They're everywhere. I mean, everywhere you go. But Urban Outfitters is a hip, trendy store that they all love. They actually sell vinyl records of new artists in Urban Outfitters. So that was interesting to find out. Of course, you can buy them online and things as well.
But you know the sound quality of the vinyl.
Now they do have Bluetooth speaker, so the record players can hook up to different speakers. They have some that you can put your phone in it, and it'll play your MP3s and your digital music as well as the records. But you're right, you're gonna have to buy needles and go through all the old
and they don't sound
hassles.
that doesn't sound anywhere near as good as your phone.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. See,
unless you have a very expensive diamond needle, and I mean those things. I grew up on that stuff, and they were very expensive for the good ones. You could spend thousands for a good system just to get good sound. Otherwise, it sounds like.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. This was like $100 range and small with a little case that, again, for a dorm room, we were looking for something that wouldn't be too expensive and get broken. But it's all the rage. All the young people love. So if you're still looking for something for a young person, because see, once you're old and crotchety, Rick, like us, we're only thinking of the old day record players.
Yeah.
And then we got to put a penny on the needle.
No, my dad had like the best ones. And I mean, we had like $5,000 worth of stereo equipment. So he had good systems and they sounded pretty good. But when he went to a crummy one after that, ew. I remember that.
We got rid of all of our records only a couple years ago. We had boxes of these old records thinking, someday they'll
So
come
did
back.
I got rid of everything.
Get rid of them.
I got rid of 100 of them.
It's sad to say that I don't need to go and get a turntable because I've still got my Marantz hi-fi system.
That's what we had, a Marantz.
With all
the records.
See? They're all still back.
There. And we do have a retailer here, and like you said there, Gina, that alongside the CDs, they do have quite a collection of vinyl these days. But it gets a bit like TVs. TVs are getting such good quality. Same thing with audio.
Yep.
But people don't want to see the pimples on people's faces and how much makeup they've got. They want it to be a bit crummy, the quality to get rid of
Jeff,
the live thing. Same thing with music.
Well, Jeff, HD stands for highly defaced. You have to understand that. So.
But it's just good to sometimes, I know I've listened to a record and, they might not be as good sound as CD, but they've got their own different, it's different. You don't hear a lot of it doesn't have to be as perfect, but some of the times the music that they used to, the playback on CDs, they weren't as perfect as it should be, but you hear all that on the CD, whereas on the record, it sort of covers it up a lot.
And you have to remember, the reason it's popular now is because they're looking at what their parents listened to, but half the parents were completely stoned out of their heads listening to
That's true.
So they couldn't tell if they had good music or not.
Vita playing and velvet posters on the walls.
Exactly. Yeah, they don't know if it's good music or not. They're tripped out. So it's like, really?
And there was talking about the other day, do you remember, this is how, reading Mad Magazine, and they used to have in the back of Mad Magazine a printed record. They used to do in the magazine.
The little cardboard ones.
And play it.
And it's going to come back. I'm telling you. Yeah. I'm going to guess by the end of next year, we're going to see records on the back of cereal boxes again.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So I think that is another. If you're one of those last minute people, you can still go to like Nordstrom, Macy's. They had record players at Nordstrom the other day when I was there. They're hot. They're a hot item for these young people to get it. I had to talk the captain into getting it because he was doing the old curmudgeon thing of saying, "Oh, nobody's going to want a record player." I was like, "Trust me, they're hot." Just like Polaroid cameras. So Polaroid, I thought had died.
I thought they were out of business.
Buried.
I thought
they
had.
Are back.
They're back.
They're hotter than ever. See, everybody wants their Instagram pictures and they want to print them out. Now Taylor, my daughter who got married, she's so creative. She every time somebody comes over or another couple comes over for dinner, they take a Polaroid picture of the couple at their house and they give it to them as a gift leaving to remind them of being there. And then and they live in this old barn, and then they take another one and they keep it, and they have this board of all their guests that have been there to visit. So
and as they get smarter, you know what they're going to do.
Because we're so digital, but it's all back.
But as they get smarter, what they're going to do is take that picture and then charge them $5 at the end of the dinner.
Exactly. I said, open a photo booth.
Rick, it's funny you should say that. There's somebody's got out there. They've got a site which what they do, you send them your photo on while you're on holiday and your message that you want to do. They print it out and send it as a postcard for $2 for you.
Oh, that's a pretty good deal.
So you just go on your phone, take a picture, do the note.
I use that.
Send it. Yep.
It is one of my favorite apps. It's called Postagram.
Postagram.
Yeah.
And Postagram, you take your Instagram pictures or any picture, and it'll send a hard copy. As a matter of fact, I have one right here. How funny. Here's one. And what's cool is...
Oh, that looks pretty good.
It's shiny, it's thick, and then if you can see the square here is the picture. You can pop it out.
Oh, really?
So you can tear it out. It's perforated, but it has a little message from you in the bubble. Postagram is a really cool...
Postagram.
Yeah, and it's for the price. This was... I think $1.29. They'll send a card for more and a postcard.
Okay, now Gina, what do you think of? I've been reading a lot about it. Okay, Instagram is real popular. People use it all the time. What do you think of Tumblr? That seems to be another Instagram-like thing.
It's a discovery site of finding really cool stuff and sharing your content. So it's not necessarily. It is very visual because there's lots of funny pictures.
So what's different?
There are a lot of memes.
So what's different about Tumblr versus going on Facebook or Twitter or any of those?
Tumblr's more of a blog. It's more of
okay.
Well, I'm sharing
like a microblog though, or is it actually a real blog?
No, I mean both. You can share. I find a really cool blog and I share it on Tumblr, and so it's basically a collection of all your favorite stuff that you're pinning.
Is that like Pinterest? Is that the same idea?
Yeah, kind of like Pinterest. Pinterest is more photos. Tumblr is more, it's photos, blog content, videos, funny videos.
Okay.
Like, again, my girls are always telling me, we found this really funny video on Tumblr. But Instagram is, again, a couple of weeks ago, Instagram hit the milestone of having more Instagram users than Twitter. 300 million was the milestone they hit, and Twitter's like at 283 or something million. So Instagram, I think for trends for 2015, more video, more photos. And so keeping that in mind, again, and I keep saying young people, I'm certainly not a young person, and I love Instagram. I try to post on Instagram once a day, which the Shrecklet says is too often.
Too often?
But I love looking at cool photos and very creatively done. So... Again, gift ideas for last-minute people, think photos because it's all about the pictures. It's not all about the base. It's all about the pictures. You guys are going, what?
We're pondering that one.
Yeah, pondering that. There's a song popular. It's all about the base.
Yeah, I like your idea with those LG headphones. And the first thing I thought when I saw them, when I first met you, you had a set of them around your neck, and I thought they were quite a popular idea. But like you said, the big problem with over here is that's a great idea, but where you're paying you're paying $150 for them, here they'll be about $184 just with the exchange rate.
Wow.
So
now the lower end models of these are around $60 to $70, but still it's pricey. However, I've compared, and I have another set that I got from Verizon that Kirk actually confiscated because he just loved them. But what I didn't like about them is they have the little piece that goes in your ear and around your ear. I don't like the around my ear stuff. I like the little marshmallow buds that stay in better for me. he says these don't stay in his ears, so he likes the ones that go in your ear and then around your ear like clip on. But then it's a soft, instead of this being hard, his is a wire, and it's short enough. So if you get the ones with a longer wire, when you turn your head, it's always pulling. So if you're looking at Bluetooth headsets, those are the things that I've experimented with, several of them. Shorter wire or the harder ones are much more comfortable to wear exercising and throughout the day.
Now, if you want to spend about $250, I don't have these, but I was thinking of them. They cost about $250. They're the Bose Quiet Comfort earbuds. And not only that, they're noise canceling. So if you're on an airplane, they'll completely block out airplane noise. But they're not cheap, or maybe it's $299. But they're
expensive.
They're nice looking, and supposedly they have all the different shapes for your ear. Very comfortable. I've never had earbuds that do noise canceling. I've had the headsets, and they do a good job. But the earbuds sound interesting.
Yeah.
There's Alex Lindsay from Pixel Corp, and he uses them, and he swears by them.
Really?
For such a little set of earphones to cut out so much noise, it's just fantastic.
Right.
So
here's another thing I love about this. And any of them that are little earbuds, they're very discreet. There's no wires. So when you get on an airplane, people don't know that you have your earphones in. So now the downside is they all think you're crazy because they just think you're talking when you're walking around. But the good thing is when the flight attendants come by and they're making sure you have everything turned off, I keep my music turned on and nobody knows.
That's a bit like Gina when I come back from holidays and the flight attendant, shouldn't say air hostess, the flight attendant comes across and says, "Excuse me, sir, could you fasten your seatbelt?" And I said, "It's fastened." When you had too much to eat, it's a bit embarrassing like that, you see.
yeah. That's one. I don't know why I'm always wanting to be a rebel on a plane, but that's another area that sometimes I'm a rebel is.
Well, there's no real reason to turn anything off because it doesn't affect anything.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
I think all they say is turn it off so you pay attention to them.
Right.
That's all they're wanting.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I've said for years, if you want to pay attention to them, just have them in bikinis. You won't have anybody on an earbud at all.
No, I would turn my earphones on. Okay, one more item that I have that I love that I got recently, and this is again, you can get it at Best Buy, you can get it on Amazon Prime, you can still get it by Christmas. I love camera. Again, I kind of go back and forth, but I was looking for a good video camera to do video when I'm not at my computer. And this Samsung camera, I put it on a tripod. I have a bigger tripod for it, but put it on a tripod. You can take pictures with it or video, and it's great quality video.
Now, is that the one that's shaped like a phone? I can't see it too well from.
It's just a regular camera.
Oh, wait, which one? Which one is that?
The Samsung.
I think
what is the model of this one? I should know. Let me put my readers on so I can see. It is the Samsung.
That looks like the one you've had.
I think it's the one I had and I sent back.
You?
I think I sent it back, but not because it wasn't a good camera. I loved it.
Yeah, I love it.
But I got a
WB-2100 is the model.
No, that's a different one.
But it's really great quality. And then I have a mic that I plug into it.
Yep.
And if I want to do a lavalier or a handheld, I can add the mic. So if someone's further away doing video,
right.
This takes great quality video, and it's small. So again, I can just put it in my bag.
No,
so
I think mine was a little bit bigger, but very similar. But I got rid of it because at the time I got a Panasonic GH4, which is more of a larger DSLR, which did 4K video. And literally within 2 weeks of getting the other one, I said, I really want the 4K video one. So I switched. And we did a couple of professional shoots with it already, and it just does a great job.
Yeah. So depending on, the person on your list, if you're wanting to...
Now, Gina, your phone probably is as good as that camera, though.
It is. And actually, I've taken video on here, and it's pretty good. Actually, the phone pictures and
they're amazing, aren't they?
Videos are really good.
Now, you could also buy a little clip-on adapter that goes over your camera lens and gives you a zoom lens. It gives you a wide-angle lens, so you can get even better out of it for about $100.
Right.
Or more. There's some expensive ones.
Sound is the biggest thing. If you're going to do video, you want to make sure that you're either close enough to have good sound, so you're going to need to, hook up a microphone to it, because too many times people are trying to do video and they're far enough away that the sound is kind of muffled.
But I did some tests recently. You can get like either Sennheiser or Rode. They have shotgun mics. You could actually mount them on your phone.
Oh, yeah.
And I've tried it with the, I was hand-holding the Sennheiser MKE, I think it's 600, which is about a $300 shotgun. It sounds great. Right on a phone, it goes through it, it records, and the videos sound like you're really on a professional camera.
Right.
It's amazing. That's a lot of money. I mean, it's not cheap for $300, but wow.
That's what I mean. If you're looking for Christmas gifts, if you're looking for gifts for somebody this week, depending on how much you wanted to spend, but really look into now if you're buying cameras, look and see which ones have the video as well as regular photos, because if you're going to spend $200 on a camera, if it can also capture videos, to me that makes it a better purchase than a regular camera.
But I tell you, the one key thing there is, and a lot of them still don't have this, is make sure it has an audio input.
Yes.
Well,
And then it goes up about $200 the minute you put an audio input, though there are some cheaper ones now, because without that, camera sound just isn't great. It's okay, but it's not great.
You'll need to boost it with a little plug-in mic or something.
Yep, or carry a little field recorder. Or a second phone. Get your person's second. Whoever's with you, take their phone, record on that one, and then combine the two. That could work maybe.
Well,
that's what you have B-roll. You've got
your B-roll, yeah.
That's what I've done now.
Even though super last minute people, if you're a super last minute shopper, don't forget you can always buy somebody a cool app or
true
favorite songs. Send them to iTunes. Electronic. I always do that if I find a great song that I just think is inspirational. I always buy it and send it to my daughters. And I go, here's your wake up song. And they get an email and then they go to it and they get to get the song for free. Or apps. I've sent people apps that I think are really cool. And they're like $2.99, but they're a fun way to get an email that has a free app in there.
Yep.
So
I've also
things as well.
I've also gifted Kindle books. And people seem to like, especially if they're readers, they like that.
Do you know, and I was wondering this because I'm listening to a really good book right now on Audible. I subscribe to Audible and listen to a lot of books in audio form with my headset on.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to one by Tony Robbins called Money, and it's a really good book.
That's how he makes money, by selling you the book. You know that.
Exactly. He's making a lot of money. Actually, he's actually donated every single penny of the profits of this book to this really cool charity feeding millions of people. But my thing is, as I'm going through, I'm like, I want my sons to listen to this book. And I thought, I wonder if you can gift a single book on Audible. I don't know.
You can.
Oh, can you?
I believe you can, because you don't have to have a subscription. You can actually.
Okay, so that's good to know.
Yeah, because I have an account, but I don't have a monthly subscription.
Oh.
So you can just buy one book or buy 20 books, whatever you want.
Just a question.
Yeah, I do the monthly subscription. It's like, I don't know, $14 a month, which is another cool gift idea. And then I download like 2 or 3 books every month. I mean, it's amazing how many books I can go through on audio.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just a question with those Audible books. I just hear a lot of people doing them. Now, what's your feeling? You listen to them, but a lot of people here seem to say, oh, I've started reading a lot more and I listen to these books. I said, well, that's not reading.
No, it's listening. It's
they
active
say,
listening.
Read a lot more now. I said, no, you're listening.
I consume a lot more. I can't say that I'm well read. I'm well heard. Well,
I think that's great because, I mean, there's so many times, especially with you when you travel so much, there's so much time where you can just spend listening to in between this, in between that, where you can't do much else. That's my thing is
I have to be able to multitask. So if I'm going to work out, I need to work out and listen to books or podcasts. If I'm traveling, I need to be able to get reading done while I'm, which is not a good way.
Now, Gina, you know,
Gina,
Jeff reads video books. He's actually read quite a few audiobooks.
Oh, audio.
Sorry,
He's
not video
read
books.
Audio books?
He's read video books. He's read audio. No, he actually is the voice on the audiobook.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'll do both of them. So I do the voiceovers for the books and read it at the same time. So I've done both of them then. Yes.
Have you really, Jeff?
He does. Yeah,
because you read the chapters and then you have to record them. So you read the book first. You have to read it properly.
And they're free books that go to a lot of people with disabilities and things like that. It's a great service.
I didn't know that. That's really cool. I would love to listen to your voice reading a book.
Oh, he's good.
It's good training, and you just do chapter by chapter, so it's not too involved because it is quite a lot of work to do a chapter.
Which have you ever heard of the app called Umano?
Yes, I like it.
See, Jeff, it's interesting. That fascinates me. Umano is an app that you can subscribe to specific blog topics, so any like news stories. But what's interesting is they're news stories from today, but they're already read by professional voiceover.
Now, I have a question for you. Are they still around? Because I haven't, now that you bring it up, in a month or two, I have not gotten my Umano.
Oh, no, I listened just the other day.
I wonder why I got off the list.
Yeah. I just open up Umano app on my phone, and then I read this. I listen to the stories that are out today. So they're like, the stories come in, and they have somebody read them, and they're real people. They're not robotically read. And it's a really cool way to, again, get your news while you're on the go or doing other things. But somebody is actually reading the voiceover, that quick turnaround. So there's maybe...
But it's not really that quick. Those are quick because they're short little segments. But when you go into a book, that's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
Because you've got to get into more a semi-acting mode. You've got to do the intonation, depending what kind of book you're reading. But and when you're reading that much, you've got to give your voice a rest. There's just a lot of work to it.
Yeah.
And I've got some of the ones where it's say an English book and you're talking in an old English accent with oh God, how do I say that? Geez, what's his old husband was to that? And you thought, oh God, how do you say that?
That's so cool.
But it's and then you think, and it takes you a few days, and I've got to practice this. How do I get over this?
I've actually contaged him. He buys a lot of mics now.
I still have all kinds of equipment. You just hang around Rick for a short while, and all of a sudden you find yourself purchasing all kinds of stuff.
But then Gina, I've won this year. I think I've got the biggest win this year. I went and bought this microphone before Rick did, and then he had to buy one.
I did, because it was one of those things I had on my list like 2-3 years ago, and I just forgot about it. And he goes, I just bought the Procaster. You bought the Procaster? You know what,
Gina? I was just listening to some of the old Schreck Tech shows, and on show number 2, you had a Shure PG42 microphone,
right?
And it sounded fantastic. What did you ever do?
She got rid of it.
Well, I still have it, but remember we started.
Her machine had an issue with it.
It sounded like there was a train going by.
I think there was an issue either between the USB or the machine, because when she would turn it on, you would hear this.
And it could have been my machine, because
that's
that
what
was
I think.
when I was using my PC. Now I have a big iMac. I should try it again.
You should try, because you would sound great on that one. That's a nice mic.
It sounded beautiful, and I've just listened. I thought, gee, that sounded top class. And you've got the new iMac now, have you?
Yeah, I do. I love this iMac.
You didn't get the 5K one, did you?
It's ginormous.
Did you get the new one that just came out like a month ago?
No, I've had this for
about a year, like us, right?
Year.
Yeah, like mine. Okay. It's like the ones we have.
Yeah.
But the new one, I saw it at the Apple store the other day, and I go, I don't need a 5K monitor. No. Oh my God, I want a 5K monitor.
Yeah, all you have to do is be
it's
in the
gorgeous.
Store for like 20 minutes, and you'll be buying it.
I went into the store, and it's the same price as the ones we have. It's about $3,200, $3,000, something like that. Oh, it's gorgeous. The 5K monitor.
I love the fact that I don't have a giant tower under my desk making all the noise.
Yeah, that's true. They're quiet.
They're quiet. It's all in one. I should try that microphone again on here in the USB.
You should, because I bet you it sounds good.
It will.
Because I have the Icicle converter.
Right.
That converted that mic.
The Icicle is okay. It's not one of the better ones, but it's okay. It's about, $40-$50? It's not bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
The better one is probably the Shure. Well, actually, if you want to spend about $140, the Mackie Onyx Blackjack is a USB interface that sounds... Well, you don't need a USB interface. You have a USB mic.
It is USB, the PG42.
Yeah, so you're good. You can just go right into the iMac. It should sound really resonant. Very nice.
Yeah. I'm going to try it. That's a good reminder, Jeff, because I've got several big pieces of equipment over here in the back.
And I've got that microphone too, and I have that connected up to my iMac upstairs for the on the phone calls and on the Skype, and that works really well.
Yeah.
So good mic.
So many gadgets, so little time.
So what do you think the biggest trend is right now in gifts?
I really think it has to do with audio. I mean, everything is about greater sound. I mean, you see all the Dr. Dre, the Beats headsets and all these different things coming out with music and turntables. And, between music and photos, those are big trends, and those are on everybody's kind of wish list of gadgets to get.
Now, you know what's funny about that, Gina? A lot of the headsets, I see. I don't like the Dr. Dre's that much and the Beats. All they do is they have fake bass. They really up the bass, so you're not getting the real reproduction of the sound, which I guess kids like. They like the boom boom, but I really prefer a cleaner reproduction. And unfortunately, you have to pay a lot more for that, which is just not that much fun. But
I just don't like anything that's like big, headphones. I'm not going to wear something.
Right.
I see people in the gym doing that or going on walks. I'm like, I'd rather have something you don't really see, or that's more comfortable to wear all day, and then but has still good, good quality sound. So
yeah.
Have you seen those head of those Pono players? The sort of the next thing from MP3s, which have uncompressed data on them. It has a new lot of music that's coming out on there. So the unadulterated audio on MP3 players were dead and buried, but now they're coming back as called a Pono player with a high quality. Have you heard of them?
Who knows? I think 8-track tapes might be back by next year.
But Pono seems to be, it's a new one. Is using the MP3 technology, but uncompressed.
That's
so you're getting exactly what you're meant to do. It's
now,
huge
is that
files,
is that Pono?
Pono, yeah, like phono. Yeah, it's a PO. Yeah, I think that's it. So, Pono. If you look
I have
on
not seen that.
Leo Laporte's site, he talks about it regularly on there. So
yeah, I think music. I think they continually improve the different Bluetooth speakers. I even saw a little Bluetooth speaker that sticks in the shower. It's a waterproof Bluetooth, and I thought that was another great gift idea for college students. They have the music everywhere.
Well, you know what the trend is now? It's also Bluetooth speakers because Apple screwed up the market so badly. They came out with all these nice speaker systems that connected to your original iPhones, and they were $300, $400, $500. They were really good. I have one of those. I have a Philips Fidelio, which cost me $500. It sounds amazing. And I can't play any Apple devices on anymore because it is the old connector. You can put on the new one, but it doesn't really recognize like it used to, the remotes and all that. So so if you go to the Apple Store now, there are barely any of those anymore. Now they're selling all Bluetooth speakers because nobody wants connectors.
Right.
It's
Nobody wants wires.
Nobody wants wires. And especially since Apple keeps changing the damn connectors, what are they going to do next? I think Apple actually makes $8 billion a year on connectors. I'm convinced. And more than they make on actual computers.
And then it's we've got revenue's dropping a bit. Let's change the plug.
Exactly, and so everybody's got to pay $25 for a new plug or $40.
Yeah, but then I had one of those ones. I had my new iPad Air, and it's got the different adapter, and I had the cable to the HDMI to the TV, connected it to that, and it says adapter not compatible with device. And I said it's an Apple adapter.
I know. Yeah.
And so I had to get my old iPad that went through the old one and download the thing to that and play that through the TV.
Yeah, Jeff, you were not compliant.
No, that's right. So,
yeah, there are so many gadgets, that we now need. And now, again, you look at the trends of people not having cable television. Now they go through just Netflix and Apple TV or Chromecast.
Gus agreed on that one.
Like that. Yeah, Gus what Gus wants is
Gus says, "Give me Netflix. Give me Netflix."
We have the Apple TV. I like it if you're trying to watch something you can AirPlay up to the TV, but
isn't his favorite show Beach Pups?
Is what?
Isn't that his favorite show, Beach Pups?
Yeah, he likes 101 Dalmatians. He's always wanting that on.
That's funny.
That's one thing I haven't got here yet is the Apple TV, because with the smart TVs, I've got everything that's there, but we
Except
don't get
Apple,
Netflix yet. So there's no Roku here, so because there's no content that we can get differently here. So Netflix are talking about coming out here next year. So hopefully,
see, I still like my Apple TV almost better than the other ones. I have a Roku. I like the Apple TV. It's clean. The remote's a little wonky, but other than that, it's nice.
I find it irritating that you have to use that little tiny remote.
I know you can't put a USB keyboard on it.
Well, my thing is,
or a phone.
We haven't lost ours yet, but. Why can't you use your phone or your iPad as a remote?
And they don't do that.
No.
It's
really
dumb.
odd.
Because Apple said you don't get that.
Right.
Aren't they supposed to be streaming HBO there on Apple TV next year or something?
Yeah, I thought they already
rumors.
Mm-hmm.
So that would make a big difference for people.
They're adding a lot. TV. There's been a lot more channels added in the last year or so to Apple TV, and it looks good. It actually looks really nice. It's fairly easy interface. You don't have to think much when you do it. It works. But Apple's Apple. They want it their way, and that's how you're going to get it.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason I probably need to get that because then I can stream my iPad Air through the TV if I get the Apple TV.
That's true. Well, guys, we are at the end of our time because I know we can go on for a long time.
We have you guys. Everybody has more gifts that they can go purchase, and you better get online now.
I know.
Order quick. You can do Amazon Prime and still have it on Tuesday.
Amazon's amazing. They are so good at delivering. It's not even funny. They're great.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what my pick for Christmas would be is a Movi video camera stabilizer. You look that up on the internet and you'll see how much that costs.
Who doesn't want that?
How much are those movies?
If you had $6,000, you might get $1 back from it. Yeah, have you seen that?
Wow.
It's like it's got the control, it's got remote controls for everything. But
does it have a seat that you sit in and it just holds you in there while it just stabilizes it all, or?
It's just fantastic. There's a cheaper version out for $3,000 from somebody else.
Oh, piece of cake.
You've just got to see them to believe them, but it's still overkill for what I do. But it's a gadget, and it's got like an aeroplane remote control, so you can check. Anyway,
interesting.
It's a gadget. Well, that's what we look at gadgets for.
I still want to go back to the very beginning, Jeff. And what is it about your chair that's making you go sideways and up and down?
Well, do you want me to do it again? I'll just do this. I'm going
now. There he goes. Okay, there he goes.
And now I'm going. Now
he's going down. He's heading down. Now he's going to the side. He's off screen.
Is it an electric chair?
No, it's a slider for his camera.
No, it's just I've got my camera on a slider.
Now, see, I didn't realize that.
It's not moving.
Now, I didn't realize the sliders went up and down. I thought they just pretty much went sideways.
No, I've got a. It does. Of course, Rick. I couldn't just get a standard.
You need to get a good one. That's cool.
I've got a pan and tilt head on it as well. That's
did you? Oh, how cool.
See, what I love is because you've got the green screen behind you, it looks like your chair is moving.
It does. It does.
Yeah. Well, I did do with Rick when I showed him this one first. I did first when I got him, sent him a short video, and I did this to him. Let's see. I did this, and I said, "Here I am coming up to
Well, first you start at the airport.
I said, "Here I am at the airport. I'm being hoisted up on the thing here. I'm stop. And I did that. So it looked like I was being.
And at first I thought he's got really strong legs. He's doing that really well.
Yeah, he's really holding himself. Oh, that is so funny. Oh my gosh,
that's a great toy. And I have to admit, in my dreams, I'm thinking, I need to have one of those.
I know.
I don't know why I need it, but I just
I don't know why I need it. I just want it.
I just want it. Now, you know what the really sick part of this is? Can you imagine Jeff over there in Australia, me over here in the U.S., and at night we have nothing better to do. We're just playing with that, kind of moving back and forth.
Now we have visuals. This is what goes on in your homes.
Yeah,
but the great thing with this is what this can do. You can do a time lapse. You can set your camera up, and it controls the time lapse, so it will move a fraction of a millimeter every minute.
Really?
Over the next 12 hours, and pan and tilt.
Oh, that's so cool.
Not just normal time lapse. So
he does that to make me go crazy. I keep having to adjust the camera. What's going on here?
Yeah, is he doing that? Oh, that's great.
Now,
now my question was answered. That's good.
Now, Gina, I have to tell you, one time Jeff was over at our place, and I had some new lavalier mics and some new camera stuff. And here we are sitting on the living room floor, legs spread out, like little kids playing in a sandbox. Leslie walks by, that's my wife, and she just looks and just shakes her head and goes, "Oh, God." And she goes, "These are two grown men." But the worst part is we had this 7-foot reflector. And it took Jeff and I 45 minutes to figure out how to fold it back into its position, which is like a small reflector. That thing is hard.
That is too funny.
I think I've got it. I think 45 minutes was being generous, Rick.
You think?
It was a lot longer than that.
It was pathetic. We just couldn't get it.
I think we had tea
and Leslie comes in about 45 minutes into it with a YouTube video and says, "Here, try this," and it worked.
They had this little girl doing it. So this little girl, done.
Yeah, yeah. And they had this person on the YouTube video. She was just teeny, and she does it with no effort. We're going, God, we're so unworthy. Two grown guys who know what they're doing. We couldn't figure it out. I was like, how do you do this?
Oh, I love it.
So,
well,
hey, Gina, we really appreciate you coming on today. We know you're
fun.
busy, so
hopefully you got some good ideas.
Yeah, there are some good ideas there. I'm going to go buy a record player. So.
Exactly. And Jeff, hang on to that record player of yours. It's going to be worth a lot.
Well, I kept it because there's no use throwing it away because I thought that you've got the records there and it's good to listen to them every now and then. So, and you can have them up a bit louder because with CDs, you can't have them very loud because it breaks the equipment. Whereas records, you can have them a bit louder. It doesn't hurt the equipment as much.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because records, you just tend to, if you can break your speakers with CDs, but you can't. Very hard to break your speakers with a record player. So, oh, you've gone picture in picture, Gina. So,
yeah.
I know. I'm seeing myself, and then I'm looking at the other screen.
Something is going crazy with Skype. They must have made a Skype change or something because.
Oh, I did get a notice when I logged into Skype saying there was an update available, and I said update upon closing.
Yeah, and I didn't say update at all, but maybe it said, well, you know what? You're going to get it whether you like it or not.
Yeah, they're like, you guys have been talking long enough. Time to shut you down.
Because we were talking, all of a sudden your screen shrunk, and a little dialog box came up saying something about Skype, so I just closed it. But irritating. I wish they wouldn't do that, but oh well. Well, guys, it's been a lot of fun, and Gina, we wish you and Kirk a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And oh my God, Chicago.
Chicago.
That's
next time we chat.
I'd rather I'd rather commit harakiri personally, but that's.
See, I'm excited about the change of kind of living.
Right.
We're just gonna leave our house here.
You're gonna keep it though, right?
So we're not selling our house
right.
or anything.
That's good.
We'll either rent it out or do something.
Yep.
But living in an apartment, city living in a loft or something sounds kind of romantic and cool.
Actually, it could be fun. It could be fun. Downtown's not too bad. There's some great restaurants in Chicago.
Yeah, lots of good Italian restaurants.
And La Pizza is very good.
Yeah. So, big adventures. Cheers to you guys in 2015 with my energy drink. Cheers.
Cheers.
Here's some many shiny objects and lots of gadgets.
Same to you. And and thanks for coming on again. We appreciate it. We know you're really busy. And Jeff, this is the last show of this year for us, though Jeff and I may do a show if we have nothing better to do next week. But I think next week's going to be a hard one. But
I think you guys should do it just.
We should do a New Year's Eve show like the week after Christmas, if you have time, Jeff.
I'm here still next Friday, so next Saturday, next Friday for you. So
okay, so that should be fun. Are you traveling during holidays?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. No, just staying home. So I've only got one day off work. It's just a day between New Year's Day and the Friday. That's the only day I've got off this year, apart from the Christmas Day and Boxing Day and New Year's Day.
Yeah, and we're doing everything. What we do every Christmas. We want to take off what we can because everybody's doing year-end projects they need done.
Yeah,
that's right.
Like,
you've got to get the bills in before the end of the year.
Well, no, they all want the project right at the last moment. So we got to finish them. So anyway, it's just our job. It's what we do.
No rest for the weary.
No rest for the weary at all. But anyway, you guys have a great one, and we will see you next week on, well, actually not next week, but probably in 2 weeks on Tech Down Over. Take care, everyone. Happy New Year.
Okay. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.